The question in my mind is, how do you create or relaunch a highly profitable and successful 6 to 7 figure business? With so much conflicting advice about the best ways to start and grow your business, how do you get it right the first time? I want to help entrepreneurs make a real difference and navigate the messy world of startup or relaunch. My name is John North, and this is the Startup Secrets for Entrepreneur Show. Join me today when we dig deep with our guests and get you the best blueprint so you can fast track your own business. This episode is sponsored by Evolvepreneur.app, your all-in-one online business system. Make sure you subscribe for future episodes at startupsecrets.show right now. So let's get into today's episode.
Hi, my name is Manuj Aggarwal, and you're just listening to Startup Secrets for Entrepreneurs show. Listen to this show because you will get all the secrets that you need to start your business, grow it into a real company, and be successful at what you're passionate at.
My very special guest today is Manuj, who's a business accelerator, inventor, author, and entrepreneur, who's been involved in startups to Fortune 500 companies. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit about your background and why people should listen to you, because I had a quick read of your backstory and it's quite interesting.
Sure, yeah. Well, my background is technology. I've been in the technology sector for about 25 years, worked with as you said, multiple startups and Fortune 500 companies. And before that, my career started at 15. So I used to work in a factory for $2 a day and somehow got into programming. I loved programming computers, and one thing led to another. And now I have 4 patents in artificial intelligence. I work with some of the biggest names in the world. And basically my passion is, using technology to help humans in multiple ways. So my passion is in fields like education, healthcare, where technology can make real impact. And a good example of this is COVID vaccine. If AI was used to invent the vaccine very quickly, and if that was not the case, then we will still be sort of in a big mess here. So that's who I am. Why people should listen to me. Because I have a good track record, I will say. I have worked on many projects in multiple industries. As I said, education, healthcare, logistics, real estate, consumer wearables, and so on. And I have made some really good impact. Almost 10 million lives have been impacted with the technologies that I have built. So that's a little bit about me.
Cool, that's amazing. Yeah, and I think technology is the great leveler, right? Because previously technology was only for rich people, but now it's basically accessible to everybody. It allows like almost nations to turn themselves around.
Absolutely.
Comparison, and I think it's an interesting kind of world to live in. So today we've got to quickly do a quick interview, and what we really wanted to see is a secret, and you're going to talk about some myths of entrepreneurship. So let us have the secret before we go any further.
So the secret, one secret is that people think that starting a business needs some sort of special skills or special training. People think they need an MBA degree and stuff like that, but that is not the case. I always say entrepreneurship is a path to self-discovery. It's basically finding out what you are really good at, because if you get in tune with that, then you can offer it as a service, as a product to others, and others will happily pay for it. But you have to be absolutely sure about what you want to do, and you have to be really good at it. So that's one secret. And in related to this, I'll share 3 myths that most startup founders think, or generally conventionally, even in media, people have these myths. The first one is you need a unique idea for a startup to be successful. That is not the case, because if that was the case, then there will not be any competitor to Uber. Uber has Lyft and many other ride-sharing apps. So you will see that it's not about having a unique idea. It's about how you execute it and how you find a micro niche which is underserved by other competitors, and how well you can capture it, right? Secondly, build it and they will come. A lot of people, when I talk to startup founders, they say, hey, it worked for YouTube, it worked for Facebook, let's just build it and slowly it'll start to pick up. But these are exceptions to the rule. You really, we live in a very, very noisy world. So you have to really make a big effort to get your name out there. In this world today, it's not the best product that wins. It's the best known product that wins. So you have to make sure you have the messaging right, you have the marketing right to get the product and service in the hands of the users. And that's how slowly it starts to build up. And the last myth that I'll share today is you need to raise money to start a startup. And that could not be further from the truth. Because if you look at human history of entrepreneurship, there was no such thing as venture capital or raising money. About 50 years ago, like people used to, sell their possessions, borrow from friends and family, or just have a little bit of capital to start something that is useful to others. And then slowly they grew that business into whatever, their goal was. And today I talk to so many startup founders, they say, hey, I have the brilliant idea. It will change the world. All I need is $1 million. And then when I ask them, hey, what have you done so far? And for the last 3 years, I've been looking for funding. I have done nothing about my startup. And that is where, people lack this understanding that in those 3 years, you could have talked to a lot of people, gotten market feedback, and then refined your messaging and whatnot. So these are 3 myths that I find a lot of people believe in, and this is what keeps them from winning in the startup world.
And they're all self-limiting, aren't they, at the end of the day? All those myths.
Absolutely.
The reason why I can't do this is I don't have enough money or
exactly.
Sort of stuff. So, yeah, that's awesome. I think that's that you've nailed it there, man. It's the stuff I see all the time too. So people I think they're just trying to talk yourself out of it because you don't have the money. But money should never be the reason.
And then the other thing is I'll add quickly here is if you spend 2 years, 3 years looking for money, if you spend the same amount of time looking for customers, actually raising money after you have customers becomes so much easier because the investors see that you already have a traction in the market, right?
Yeah, you prove that it works. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Exactly.
So how do people get in touch with you? And want to know more about what you do? Because it's an interesting story and I think they should look at it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, easiest way is get in touch with me on LinkedIn. My website is Manuj Aggarwal. So it's my first name, last name. It's easier to just Google my name and then you'll find it. And along the same lines, I offer a startup mentorship program. It's called Startup Myth Uncovered. And just like the 3 myths I shared, we go over the complete life cycle of the startup from ideation to execution and growing into a company. So that's what we do. And then on the corporate side, we offer big data, AI, technology solutions to companies that need it.
Cool, man. That's great. So it's fantastic having you on the show today, and that, you really nailed it. Those myths are really, really cool stuff, and I think people should pay great attention to it. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you again next time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, John North, your host here. Stay listening for the next short episode where we cover the secret number 6 with Tim Marshall with a powerful message to any entrepreneur that is struggling to achieve their goals. You certainly do not want to miss this one. That's a wrap on another awesome episode for the Startup Secret Show for entrepreneurs. Just before you go, if you like this episode, we'd be very grateful for a 5-star review. Please also consider recommending the show to a friend or two. Make sure you subscribe for future episodes at startupsecrets.show right now. Until next time, if you're an entrepreneur, make a start on your next great business idea today.